Good evening. It's 2007, 12th of February 2022. And today we will gonna look at the market. It's Saturday, so we will not look into indexes. They are not working during the weekend, only on the weekdays. So we need to look on some other things today. And I prepared again something new for you, which will give you a little bit of a understanding what is going on the markets currently. So yesterday I told you we had a little bit of a sell-off. We still have it. You can see that volume is not big, but actually when the volume is not so big and Bitcoin volume is extremely low, extremely low. And when I checked in the history, every time the volume was extremely low, uh, it it didn't really end well, I would say. Um, the volume was decreasing here in 2018, and then it was a huge sell-off. Yeah. That was the only incidents I could find. Here it was also decreasing, but then it was a huge increase. But yeah, this situation is pretty new, but we can see that the volume, if I will put the line here, we didn't see that low volume for like quite a long time, and that tells us something. That tells us that Bitcoin is undervalued, that's for sure. So people don't buy. They don't see it as a good opportunity now. And that's actually a good sign because this means that really Bitcoin is undervalued and people still not putting all of their money into it. Once they will start putting a big money into it, it will jump out and then it will be too late. Yeah, this will be statuses like here. Yeah, but if you jump at 40K, you could still make 50,000. But as we show in VPVR, where most people jumped into the Bitcoin was under 10K. Yeah. I was one of them. I jumped around 10K, but I jumped off also early, quite early. I was scared here, somewhere here. I jumped off and then I jumped in again. But yeah, most people in the beginning of the last, in the end of the last bear market, which was after Corona basically, they jumped here. So you can see that most of the volume is still here and most of the people are still holding. And that means they are waiting for something, right? They're waiting for something to happen here. Of course, two things can happen. Uh, Bitcoin can dump to the hell, or Bitcoin can jump to the sky. Yeah, my personal theory is, of course, that Bitcoin will jump to the sky. Yeah. Anyway, so um, we can see on VPVR that most people are waiting here, but this is normal in crypto. Most people are waiting like the whole time. Most people are hodlers. The people who are having on their wallets many thousands of bitcoins are holding since like 3000. Yeah, this is people who just are big hodlers and they're waiting for the right moment where to sell, and nobody knows where it will be. Yeah, but usually in the end of every bull market we see a huge sell-off of these wallets, and yeah, we saw here we did these huge candles are usually that some people sold their Bitcoin, right, from these big wallets. I think the biggest wallet is 140K Bitcoins, if I'm not talking about Satoshi itself. Then yeah, if that guy will sell one day, that will basically dump the market to, yeah, you don't want to see that. Anyway, market is after yesterday's sell-off a little bit recovering on BTC. On ETH, it broke the support, which is not good. I hope this support will, structure and this support needs to hold. If this is hold, we can move on. It's all right now. If I switch to 4 hourly chart, okay, let's do daily. It will be better visible. Yeah. So the day, yeah, it was 26, 28. We touched the resistance, and now we are testing this support. We broke the support a little bit, but we are still in the structure, so we can still bounce back and go higher in Bitcoin. If we will switch to daily, we see the same. Yeah, we touched the support, we broke the resistance, and yeah, this is very big resistance too. So yeah, We need to hold. We need to basically hold, and then we are fine. So, what I wanted to show you now is a little bit scary, but don't get scared too much. This is the prices of oil. Yeah, this is the oil prices, and we all know what oil are used for. We all know what happened here. That this was the biggest crash on oil market for many, many, many years, probably decades. You could basically buy oil here. I think my boat was $10. I'm not sure why this is not even. This is 17, but I remember I was buying oil for $10, which was absolutely crazy. And yeah, nobody expected it to recover like that. But what I wanted to show you now is that the oil is really overpriced now. You can see in every situation if you will measure it. This is 16%. This is this is 7%. Above Emma, this is 12%. So now let's measure it right away. We are 14% in. So I'm expecting all to crash very soon. Yeah, it cannot go like this anymore. It can go a few percentages more, but then it will crash. So you can bet on that if you want. But the reason why oil is jumping so high is now also conflict in Ukraine. You probably know that there is a threatening Russia and NATO and the USA conflict. It's a huge thing, and if Russia will do anything, I think they are waiting until Olympic Games are over, so China has their back, and maybe then they will strike. This will be horrible. We can maybe end up in the war. And I'm from Europe. I'm from Czech Republic, so and Russia is not really so far. I think their fighter jets can be here in like 3 minutes. So a scary situation. I think it will dump the. It will either jump absolutely brutally up, or it will dumpster. But I think it will dumpster because there will be huge fear. And yeah, and also it's overpriced already, as I showed you. What was it? 15%, something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. 15% over. It's a lot. So maybe sell some oil and gold. Gold is commonly known as a you know value. How is it in English? You store in value. So you store the value in gold. Gold is gold is why doesn't refresh? I want to see longer graphs. So we have a gold here. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Yeah, let's take it from I don't know 1991, 1981. Wow. So gold is usually stored in a value because it never goes under certain points, and it always gets the price moving. Yeah, you can see it since 1950, 1813.4. Oh my god, trading view. Wow. Wow, nobody is that old. Anyway, you can see the whole graph of gold that it's really it saves the money. Yeah. So if the inflation is now really high, I'm sure you know. So when you have your money on your bank account, they are losing the value. When you have your money in the stocks, they will probably lose some value as they did now. If you would have in the oil, they would raise some value, but the oil is really bumpy. But the gold is pretty stable now. We are quite close to all-time high still, and maybe we will go lower too. But overall, in time, gold is very good store of value. So if you would like to protect your capital against inflation, the gold and the silver are actually considered the great markets for the great commodities. Silver is now also very quite undervalued as did. I saw many analyses on silver and they said it's heavily undervalued. You could see that in 2001 it was for $4 for Trojan ounce. So this is yeah, it's quite undervalued. Still, here it was really undervalued, but yeah, then we reached all-time high in 11, then in 2020, and you can see that during Corona, we did a little bit of here, and then we jumped straight to ahead. The Corona didn't impact it more. Oh, well, 50%, more than 50. How much was it? Oh, 37%. It was alright. So yeah, the stores or value in today's quite difficult times are, in my opinion, silver and gold. You can use Bitcoin as a store of value. Bitcoin is also rising. Bitcoin beats up gold and silver and everything in time, of course. So Bitcoin is actually the best value store you could ever have, because when we look at the graph, just 6 years ago it was $850. Now it's 60,000. Yeah, it's absolute rocket ship. Whoever missed that and whoever thinks that Bitcoin is not good investment is probably sleeping, I don't know where, on the moon or something. I mean, it's the best thing you can invest to in any given time. Basically, if you don't care about seeing some losses, you cannot lose money, right? And if you use some technical analysis, you basically cannot lose money in time. So if you invest in the long run, Bitcoin is the best store of the value anywhere you put your money in. So this is the best. The most people are losing money on Bitcoin because they don't know how Bitcoin moves, how it fluctuates, that we have a bull and bear runs, that we have all-time highs, and that we have 4-year cycles and halving in Bitcoin. So many people who are losing the most money, then you can see the candles like this, are the people who don't know how it works. Yeah. So if you know, if you follow me since the first video, you probably know quite a bit about the Bitcoin. I talk about it a lot, and I'm talking also about Ethereum. And there are lots of other people on YouTube who are talking a lot about Bitcoin and Ethereum. They are great investors, millionaires. Carl from the Moon is the one I have been starting to follow probably 2 years ago. Absolutely great man. I learned a lot from his technical analysis. And yeah, so I think we have now some difficult times ahead of us, so maybe you should divide your portfolio a little bit. But still, I think Bitcoin is the great investment. I think Ethereum is the great investment. I think oil will crash a little bit because it's too much exposed, and silver. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I didn't do much analysis of silver, and I don't know much of a silver in general. So I will not even estimate if it will go up and down, but it's pretty good store value too. I mean, well, if you bought here and you would be somewhere here, you probably don't think it's a good store value, right? You lose like 63%, right? But it's all in all markets. I mean, in all markets. Here, if you would buy here, you would lose also 50%, right? So all the markets are bumpy now. It's okay. We will recover in time. Just just need to hold. And yeah, wait. Yeah, that will be all for today. Thanks, and see you tomorrow.